Sunday. So today I am going to be planting flowers, and I thought I would bring you along in the garden with me. So I think we should talk about some flowers here for a minute. This is the first time I'm actually dedicating some space in my garden for cut flowers specifically. So I have grown these flowers from seed. I started them in March. I have Calendula and Zinnias, and I also have sunflower seeds that we're going to plant today in the garden back here. So I have a weird feeling about this because I love growing food and vegetables, and it's hard for me to give up space to flowers. I know it sounds dumb, but I'm weird about it. So I want to plant these flowers because A, they're going to bring awesome butterflies and pollinators to the garden, so they'll help the vegetables in the end of the day. Not to mention, last year when I had my garden, it wasn't this big because I've expanded a lot this year, but last year it just was so green. And I'm such a visual person that I just really wanted more color. I had some marigolds, and actually we're going to plant marigolds today too, last year, and that was a nice pop of yellow and orange, but this year it's going to be so much more colorful. So let me talk to you about what I am planting. Let's start with the zinnias, because these things are getting insane. I have to get them in the ground. Look at how big they are. There's a little chipmunk nest. I have a chipmunk problem now in my greenhouse. I have to deal with that today too. So these are zinnias. I started these from seed. I just bought a packet online. I put them in the cup. I directly put the seed in here. I didn't have to transplant anything. So, and then I let them go. These are cut and come again. So once they start flowering, which they're going to soon, I can cut the flowers, sell the flowers, put them in a vase, put them in my kitchen, and then they'll keep blooming and they'll come again. And every time you cut a zinnia, you're probably gonna get 2 or 3 more flowers. So you really don't want to be shy. Once it's starting to bloom and look really pretty, cut it and keep going, because these are going to give you a lot of flowers. And these are beautiful. Butterflies love zinnias, and I'm actually really excited about these. These are really healthy plants, and I'm really excited to see what happens to them in the garden. So the next flower we're going to talk about is calendula. I've never grown calendula before. I've heard it's amazing. I've heard it's good for medicinal. It's edible. The petals, you can add like the petals to rice and it turns the rice yellow, and I guess it adds a flavor too. I'm gonna definitely try that. And it's a great pollinator plant as well. So butterflies love it. It looks like a huge bright yellow daisy from what I'm understanding. So I'm really excited about these. I've already planted some of them in the front of my house. Also, they could maybe be a perennial. I don't know how they're going to do in Ohio with the winter. They might die back, but they reseed themselves. So I could potentially have these for a long time. Who knows? But I'm also going to put them in this garden bed over here as well, because I want to make some salves. I guess you can, this is really good for burns, and you can make like soaps and salves. I'm gonna look into that. We'll see if I actually do it. I don't know. But I have a ton of them. Like this, same idea. I started these from seed indoors. I just popped them into the little solo cup. I put a drainage hole in the bottom and I let them go. Okay, I did use a grow light with these, so they probably took a little over a week with the grow light. Then I moved them to my front window, and now they're in the greenhouse, and now we're going in the garden bed. So I'm gonna be spacing these. I'm gonna do a row of calendula over here by the potatoes. If you saw the other video, we did a purple potato video. We are gonna do a row of calendula and then a row of zinnias on the other side of the potatoes. So it's gonna bring a lot of color into the garden. I might put a few calendula over with the vegetables as well. My marigolds didn't germinate very well, so I think I might just pop some marigold seeds in the ground and see what happens. And that's also something we're gonna do today too, is sunflowers. So I found this packet of sunflowers. It's from the Seeds of Hope. It's the field of Maria, the Maria fields. Prayers for Maria. Here in Cleveland, it's a sunflower project that people do, and it raises money for childhood cancer. And I went there and took photos, and I paid a fee, and then I got free seeds. So let's plant these sunflowers. I have never had good luck with sunflowers. but who cares? Let's just keep trying. I already planted some sunflowers by the chicken coop to kind of add a little cheer to the chicken coop. And we're just gonna add more of these too. I might do a row over here next to the zinnias. So I guess enough talking. Let's get planting. Okay, cool. So now we're in the garden bed. Before we start this, I literally just walked into this garden bed and I was spacing these out and I noticed the dirt was moving. I was like, what is going on? Why is this dirt moving? It's like alive. And it was a frog, toad, I don't know, I guess it was a toad or a frog, burrowing itself in the dirt. And I got a video of it, I'll clip it in. So it was a frog. So I guess this is a happy little environment. We got some moths flying around there too because I think they're eating my Brussels sprouts. Great. Okay, back to flowers. So we're in the beds. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing rows here and here of flowers. Now a few thoughts about flowers. Spacing, I take spacing semi-seriously. I'm not an engineer. I'm not super over analytical about it. But I did look it up. Calendula, like 6 to 18 inches space, that is a pretty big spread. I mean, that's bizarre. So basically what I do is I use my tool. This is 6 inches here. And then this is probably another 5 inches, 4 inches. So we're looking at about 10 inches with this. We could call it 10 to 12, I don't know. So I spaced it kind of like that. I put 1 cup down, this, 1 cup. Now, look at these. These have multiple plants in them, so I'm gonna separate them. So really, all of these plants probably won't fit in this row. So I'm gonna have extras. I'll put some in the front of my house and around the vegetable bed probably to try to get things looking a little more pretty. So, super simple. All we have to do is dig a little hole. You don't, again, have to be really OCD about it. I mean, you can if you want. You can make anything more complicated than if you want to. I just dig a little hole. So think about, like, would you be happy in that hole if you were a flower? I don't know, probably. So I'm going about 3 to 4 inches down, and then you take this, give it a little zhuzh. Now look at the roots. This is ready to go because the roots, see them right here, they're healthy, but they're getting a little clumpy. So time to get them out of the cup. So I'm just gonna pull it, be gentle. No reason to be super aggressive here. There's actually 3 plants in this one, so that's a lot. So I set the other 2 aside. I take this guy, put him in my hole, and then fill it back in. And I try to give them a little support too, and like make sure they're standing up nice and cute, just because I like it. And there you go. We just planted calendula. So it's just the same for all of these. I'm gonna keep going here, and then we're gonna do the zinnias. Same concept. We're gonna do the zinnias the exact same way I'm doing the calendulas. So, all right, I'm gonna get to work. Okay, so I just did the calendula line. You can see it. I have a lot of extras, so that's awesome. I think I'll probably put some in the vegetable beds over there so we can have some flowers over there. I might put some, I don't know, wherever. So I'll find a place for them because they will not go to waste. So now I'm gonna go do the zinnias. So zinnias, same concept as calendula. I'm gonna use my tool to measure it out and then just pop them into the beds. And hopefully I don't find any more toads. So here we go. And there you have it. So we've got zinnias planted. Probably gonna plant a few more because look, I have so many extra. So this is awesome to have more. I'm not gonna probably plant any more in this bed, but I'm gonna put them other places. So it's really super simple. Now I'm gonna do my sunflower seeds. I think I'm gonna do the sunflower seeds right along this row here. So let's do that now. So sunflower seeds, I do not start inside. I just direct sow them when the weather's nice. Today's 70 degrees. The soil is nice and moist. We got we got rain last night, so that's really good. So the seeds will get a little moisture and loosen up and start to germinate.